Hello everyone, welcome to the Blues Talk Daily.
Chelsea closing in on £111 million transfer windfall. Amid Osimhen interest, Chelsea FC is entering a pivotal summer as it prepares to raise an estimated £111 million from player sales and strategic financial planning, a move that could unlock the door for a high-profile pursuit of Napoli striker Victor Osimhen. The club's leadership, under sporting directors and manager Enzo Maresca, is focused on restructuring the squad while respecting financial sustainability regulations and preparing for a resurgence in the Premier League and European competitions. A strategic shift under Enzo Maresca. Following the appointment of Enzo Maresca, Chelsea has doubled down on its vision for a balanced, possession-oriented squad. The new manager is tasked with implementing a clear tactical identity and getting the most out of Chelsea's mix of young talent and experienced professionals. A key part of that plan involves reinforcing the forward line with a proven goal scorer, a role Victor Osimhen is seen as ideal to fill. Maresca's playing philosophy prioritizes structure, technical sharpness, and intelligent movement in the final third. Osimhen's mobility, physicality, and goal threat make him an ideal fit for the system that Chelsea aims to establish. Preparing the ground financially, Chelsea's projected £111 million in transfer income is expected to come from several calculated player sales and loan deals. Armando Broja. The academy graduate has had limited opportunities and could be sold to raise around £30 million. Despite his potential, the club believes a permanent move could benefit both parties if the right offer arrives. Conor Gallagher. Although a fan favorite and one of the club's most consistent performers last season, Gallagher's value, potentially as high as £45 million, could be a key part of Chelsea's financial strategy. The club faces a difficult decision, balancing Gallagher's leadership and work rate with the need to fund reinforcements. Ian Maatsen. After impressing during his loan spell, Maatsen's situation is under review. If a bid close to £30 million is received, Chelsea may opt to sell, particularly with strong competition at left-back. Other outgoings. The club is also looking to finalize permanent exits for several squad players and loanees, which could bring in additional revenue and reduce the wage bill. This combination of sales would generate the capital necessary for significant investment, notably in a striker like Osimhen, without risking violations of the Premier League's financial rules. Why Osimhen? Osimhen is not just any forward. He's among the most feared strikers in Europe, combining elite athleticism with instinctive finishing. At 26, he's at the ideal age to lead Chelsea's attack into the next phase of its project. The Nigerian international has averaged nearly a goal every 2 games in Serie A and has shown his capabilities in the UEFA Champions League. Chelsea's recruitment team has been following his progress closely and believes he is the player who can transform their efficiency in front of goal. He would arrive as the club's main striker, supported by players like Nicholas Jackson, Cole Palmer, Mykhailo Mudryk, Raheem Sterling, Noni Madueke, and Christopher Nkunku, all of whom offer different styles and could benefit from playing alongside a forward of Osimhen's caliber. Tactical impact. Enzo Maresca plans to operate with a system that emphasizes high-pressing, positional discipline, and structured attacking play. Osimhen's traits, particularly his ability to stretch defenses, create space, and convert high-quality chances, align perfectly with this strategy. With Cole Palmer expected to remain a central creative force and Nkunku looking to build consistency after an injury-hit season, Osimhen could be the missing link that brings cohesion and potency to Chelsea's final third. His work rate off the ball and ability to occupy multiple defenders would also open up space for wide attackers and midfielders arriving late into the box, a dynamic the team has been lacking. Dressing room dynamics. Despite being a potential record signing, Osimhen would join a relatively young dressing room hungry for success. Leaders such as Reece James, Ben Chilwell, and Enzo Fernandez are expected to play a major role in helping integrate new arrivals. Chelsea's leadership group, now more clearly defined, has embraced the club's new direction under Maresca, and there's optimism that Osimhen's arrival would be seen as a major vote of confidence in the squad's potential. His attitude and professionalism have been praised by teammates and coaches, making him a good cultural fit for Chelsea's evolving environment. Long-term club vision. Chelsea's hierarchy has made it clear that the long-term strategy is about building a team capable of competing consistently at the highest level, with the aim of returning to the UEFA Champions League and contending for major titles by 2026.
The arrival of Garnacho and Sané. The summer of 2025 was unlike any other for Chelsea Football Club. After seasons of transition and heartbreak, the club's new ownership was ready to make a statement. Todd Boehly had already reshaped the structure behind the scenes, and now he wanted stars that could light up Stamford Bridge. The ambition was clear: return Chelsea to the summit of English and European football. The first rumblings came from Manchester. Alejandro Garnacho, Manchester United's dazzling Argentine winger had grown frustrated. Though loved by the fans, he found his minutes limited under Erik ten Hag's strict tactical regime. Garnacho was a wild soul, electric on the pitch, fearless and unpredictable. United tried to convince him to stay with promises of increased responsibility, but the lure of a starring role at Chelsea and a lucrative 5-year deal proved too strong. Simultaneously, whispers began to circulate from Munich. Leroy Sané, the German winger who had lit up both the Bundesliga and the Premier League in his earlier years with Manchester City, was seeking a return to England. His time at Bayern had been productive but inconsistent. With Thomas Tuchel's departure and a new manager in place, Sané saw his influence wane. Chelsea moved quickly, recognizing that his experience and flair could complement their young squad perfectly. The double signing was confirmed within days of each other. Alejandro Garnacho, 85 millones de libras esterlinas. Leroy Sané, 48 million pounds. The headlines blazed. Chelsea's new wings take flight. Mauricio Pochettino, now entering his second season, couldn't hide his excitement. With Garnacho and Sané, we gain not just talent, but personality, pace, and creativity. They are fearless. Preseason in the US was a spectacle. Garnacho stole the show against Inter Miami with a blistering solo goal, while Sané dazzled with 2 assists and a curling effort into the top corner against Club America. The chemistry between the two grew quickly. Garnacho's raw energy blended with Sané's polished precision. Pochettino worked tirelessly behind the scenes, developing a system that gave both freedom to roam and cut inside, allowing Reece James and Ben Chilwell to stretch wide. The Premier League opener against Arsenal was the true test. In front of a roaring Stamford Bridge, Chelsea unleashed their new era. The match was end-to-end, with Odegaard and Havertz testing Chelsea's midfield early. But in the 32nd minute, Garnacho pounced on a loose ball, drove past 2 defenders, and squared it for Sané, who buried it. The celebration was iconic, Sané pointing to Garnacho, who thumped his chest and pointed to the fans. That match ended 2-1 to Chelsea, with Sané assisting Garnacho for the winner. The pair were the talk of England by the following morning. But things weren't always smooth. By October, Garnacho had gone 4 games without a goal and was visibly frustrated. Critics questioned his decision-making, and rumors began surfacing about dressing room unrest. Pochettino responded publicly, backing his young star and reminding fans that even Messi and Ronaldo had to learn patience. Sané, the older statesman, took Garnacho under his wing. In an emotional interview, he said, "Alejandro reminds me of myself when I was 19. So much energy, so much ambition. I'm here to help him channel it." That mentorship bore fruit. In a dramatic Champions League group stage match against Napoli, Garnacho scored twice, one a thunderous strike from 25 yards, the other a delicate chip, while Sané ran the show from the right wing. Chelsea won 4-2, topping the group. By January, Chelsea were firmly in the title race. Sané had already racked up 10 assists and 7 goals, while Garnacho had scored 11 times in all competitions. Fans started comparing them to the days of Robin and Duff, Hazard and Willian. Off the pitch, their bond deepened. Garnacho, known for his rebellious streak, began to mature under Sané's influence. The Argentine even credited Sané during an interview. "He's like a big brother. He doesn't tell me what I want to hear. He tells me what I need to hear." Chelsea reached the Carabao Cup final in February, facing Manchester City. The narrative wrote itself. Sané against his former club, Garnacho against Chelsea's fierce rivals in light blue. It was a tense, tactical